Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It's Tuesday, the 1st of November. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, European share markets closed higher, but Wall Street fell, all major indexes losing ground as investors take a cautious stance ahead of the Fed's rate decision on Wednesday. For the month, however, the Dow was up 14%, the S&P 500 climbing 8%, and the Nasdaq almost 4%. IT stocks led the declines in the overnight session. Shares in Apple fell on a report that production of its iPhones could slump by as much as 30% this month because of COVID restrictions being reimposed in China. Amazon and Alphabet were also lower. Shares in Global Payments slumped after the company forecast full-year revenue below estimates. Energy stocks gained, with companies such as Chevron and ExxonMobil having exceeded profit estimates. Well, Eurozone inflation surged more than expected in October. It's accelerated to 10.7% from 9.9% the previous month. This has increased speculation that the European Central Bank will continue with its aggressive tightening of monetary policy, despite a slowing Eurozone economy. The ECB has already raised rates 200 basis points in the past 3 months and has promised more hikes next month. Global employment growth will deteriorate significantly this quarter, according to forecasts by the International Labour Organization. It cites the economic turmoil caused by war in Ukraine and the impact of tighter monetary policy. The ILO says there were 40 million fewer full-time jobs between July and September than in the fourth quarter of 2019, which it used as the benchmark before the pandemic. In the US, factory activity in the Midwest has deteriorated more than expected. The Chicago Purchasing Managers Index is at 45.2, a reading below 50, signifying contraction, while the Dallas Fed Reserve Manufacturing Index has also fallen more deeply into contraction. US Treasury yields have risen, with the Fed Funds futures pricing in a 97.7% chance that the Fed will raise rates by 75 basis points this week. The 10-year yield at 4.05% and the 2-year just shy of 4.5%. And the US dollar gained against all major currencies on expectations of another large rate increase. The Aussie dollar at 64.2. Well, it's expected to be a flat opening on the local share market this morning, with investors awaiting the Reserve Bank's policy decision later today. SPI futures up there just over 0.1%. Oil prices have fallen as weaker economic data out of China and the country's widening COVID curbs weighed on demand. Brent crude down around 1%. Meanwhile, oil output in the US has climbed to nearly 12 million barrels a day, the highest since the beginning of the pandemic. And the White House has indicated that President Biden will call on oil and gas companies to invest some of their record profits in easing cost of living pressures for American households. Iron ore futures are off around 0.5%, while base metal prices were mostly lower. Zinc down more than 4%. The gold futures price fell slightly. And the crypto market is lower, although Dogecoin has seen October seen out the month with a 100% gain. Today, all eyes on the Reserve Bank and its rates move, and whether they'll move by 25 or 50 basis points. That is your day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.